All systems go. Clear for liftoff.
Hey, good morning and welcome to this weekend's NASCAR Quick Hit here for Ship It Nation. I am Eric, also known as TheGame on Discord, and this morning we'll be discussing the Food City 500 taking place at the famous Bristol Motor Speedway. But before we go ahead and talk about the race taking place today at the Last Great Coliseum, let me of course mention us over at shipitnation.com, and let me say, what a weekend for the nation. Last night, we were recording this on Sunday morning. Last night was UFC 327, and the nation absolutely took it to FanDuel and DraftKings, major winners on both sites. I myself, while not a major winner, was one player away from taking down first place in, I think, the $5 single entry. So fantastic night for the nation as far as MMA is concerned. The Masters just teed off this morning a few minutes ago. So round 4 of the Masters this morning. Major League Baseball is ongoing. Final night of the regular season of the NBA is today. Playoffs right around the corner. If you haven't joined the nation, you owe it to yourself already. As always, shipitnation.com. Click on join the nation. You want to give us a shot for 5 days? Do you want to play the Bristol slate tonight? Do you want to play the last day of regular season NBA and all week of MLB? Jump on in. 5 days of all access, which includes the world's most famous and best optimizer, SaberSim, as well as our Discord community. So try us out for 5 days, $19. If you want all access, you try us out, you love us, you want to join us, hey, come on in. All access here. All access optimizer core plan, weekly $34, monthly $99, annual $79 a month. It comes out to. We have starter kits, ultimate kits, etc. for all sports. Everything we cover at Ship It Nation. Single sport access. You only want to join for one sport. You only want to join for one of the major golf tournaments. Hey, monthly for PGA $59. NASCAR. Monthly, $29. You can't beat the prices here at shipitnation.com. Your one-stop shop for everything fun and success. Everything you need for fun and success in DFS. Shipitnation.com. We are the best. I'm allowed to say that because I work here. All right, let me go ahead and say stop this one. Hey, I'm full screen. That's disgusting. Let me say this. I need to stop the share. How do I stop this share? Stop the share. Share screen. Entire screen. That screen. There we go. Bang. Bang. Hey, look at me go. It's like I have done this before. Where's my notes? This weekend, the NASCAR Cup Series is once again short track racing, and they are tackling the Last Great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway. There are 500 laps on deck on Sunday, which equal out to roughly 350 Dominator points. If you want my thoughts on the Dominators and how I rank these potential Dominator plays, check out the slate plan. Only available to members at shipitnation.com. This weekend, practice was lean and green with thankfully no incidents to report. However, I did want to mention that Group A this week did have the fastest practice speeds. They had the best track conditions. If you are not aware, Bristol is a concrete racetrack. So as the race progresses, if everything is working well with the tires, the racetrack takes rubber from the tires and begins to slick off. So drivers like, who did I mark out here? Ricky Stenhouse Jr. had the fastest lap in practice. Noah Gragson had the second fastest lap in practice. Eric Jones had the fourth fastest single lap in practice. Yeah, Group A had the best track conditions to be able to set these blistering speeds. Kind of a red herring. I'm not saying to ignore all drivers who were in Group A practice, because you obviously will need some of them to fill out your player pool, but don't think like Noah Gragson is going to be like the fastest car in the field today, because I highly, highly doubt that. Plus, like I mentioned before, 500 laps on deck, right? So who really cares about how quick you were in one run or one lap? Rather, long run is the key today. So Group A did have the best practice conditions, as you'll see by the results for the most part. However, the cream of the crop was mostly in Group B, as you'll see in on the stone, and you'll see my rabbit who just jumped in top of her hutch in the blur behind me. All right, hey, good deal. One other thing I want to mention this week is this weekend marks the return of Alex Bowman to the NASCAR Cup Series after he has successfully battled vertigo. Bowman is starting this weekend in the 27th starting position, and he has very good track history here, and he looked fairly decent in practice. And he has a very nice price tag at $7,000. I'm expecting Bowman have a decent amount of ownership on DraftKings. He won't have it on FanDuel because they haven't added him to the slate. Why? Your guess is as good as mine. We've known he's been back since Thursday. Do better, FanDuel. Bowman will get a lot of clicks because of the name, because of the price tag, and because of the team he's driving for, right? Hendrick Motorsports, that's an easy click most of the time. Let's not kid ourselves here and act like that 48 car has been like fantastic in Bowman's absence. That car really wasn't setting the world on fire when Bowman was healthy. And when Allgaier jumped in, it really wasn't setting the world on fire then either. Yes, Bowman is a replacement driver, had to gel with the team, etc., etc. But it's not like Bowman doesn't do sim work for, next gen and etc., etc. So Bowman is familiar with the team, the cars. Not Bowman, Allgaier. I mean, Allgaier is, familiar with the car. So yes, he was a replacement driver, but he was still pretty good, talented, known replacement driver, right? So he didn't really do great in this car. Bowman beforehand didn't really do great in this car. It kind of seems like the 48 is just down on speed, in my opinion. So while I will have exposure to Bowman, I'm playing 20 max and $12 single entry today. I will have exposure to Bowman. I'm not going to go crazy because it's his first race back after dealing with vertigo, and he's doing 500 laps at half mile Bristol, where you're lapping in 15 seconds. It's basically 4 laps a minute, right? Like, that's a tough day if you didn't have vertigo, and now you're coming back after your first race after battling vertigo, after being away for a couple weeks, and you weren't that great to begin with. I understand the play. Trust me, I understand the play, but I think that's an easy spot for me to go overweight on. And that's it for my notes. Now I'm just going to quickly look at the stone and go off the top of my head here because I like a little peek behind the curtain. I kind of like doing this on Sunday morning. I normally do them on Saturday night, but I personally prefer it on Sunday morning because I feel like I'm much more fresh and all the data is like ready to roll. Whereas sometimes it's like I'm waiting for odds and stuff like that on Saturday nights. So we might keep this Sunday morning routine. I'm not positive on that, but we might keep this up. Ryan Blaney on the pole. He is phenomenal at high tire wear, short tracks, as you could tell by his recent form, his track type ranking, and his track ranking. And his odds are disgusting. I had this conversation at the sprint car track last night where I hate the way odds to win are going in NASCAR. Plus 350 for Blaney to win is disgusting, but it is what it is. He will probably be everybody's top Dominator play today, and for good reason. He's fantastic here. Reddick put on a fantastic lap. He basically did a burnout at the start of his qualifying lap, which was like the first driver to do that yesterday. And he set a blistering qualifying lap. We all know Reddick has been crushing it this season so far. Could he potentially dominate today? Yes, that's why I have him marked as such. But I would be surprised if we see him lead like 100 plus and in victory lane at the end of the day. It's possible, yes, but I would be surprised. Chase Briscoe, love him every week. No different here. 8,900, decent price tag for him. Riley Herbst, 4,900 for Riley Herbst. F's across the board, set a fantastic qualifying lap. You have to think he is going to just fall backwards. If he doesn't, and he can keep, in the top half of the field, keep on the lead lap, he could be a great play. Is he going to lose spots from fourth? Yeah, absolutely. But he's $4,900. Like, that's cheap. So is he going to make my 20 max player pool? Probably not. Is he going to make my single entry? Probably not. If I was playing 150, he would be clicked, for sure. Ty Gibbs, I love this spot for Ty today. He's been great here. He's been knocking on the victory lane door. No reason not to take a chance on Ty. I wish he was a little bit cheaper, but he's grown into that $9,500 price tag. Chastain had a decent qualifying run after a not so great practice. Trackhouse has been meh kind of all season. If he was starting deeper in the field, I'd be all about it, but I don't love it starting at 6th. Busher and Larson in 7th and 8th. I like them both. Cindric, I'll take a shot. Not the best history at Bristol, but he's in good equipment, and Team Penske knows how to do Bristol, right? So I wouldn't mind taking a shot on Cindric. Hocevar, Hamlin, Bubba. Hocevar could surprise today. He kind of got boned at Martinsville with getting just absolutely dumped by Bubba, right? So plus 1,000. He's plus 1,000. These odds are crazy. Like him today. Denny, yeah, he's a smash play. Love him. As well as Bubba Wallace. Bubba was fast. He's been good here in the past. Could absolutely see him leading laps today. Suarez, I'm probably off the Suarez train today. He's been quick all season, don't get me wrong, but I don't love that spot for him. C. Bell, not great in practice. Already won at Bristol this weekend in the trucks. Love it for him. I think he defending winner as well. I could be wrong on that. I need to double check on that. But he's a fantastic play. A pluses across the board. Love me some C. Bell. Then we kind of hit Zane Smith, Noah Gragson, Ryan Preece. Zane Smith, I'm probably having the pool. Noah, I'm out on. Ryan Preece, yes. Chase Elliott, I like him today. Hendrick, really, besides Larson, didn't have great qualifying, right? You have Chase in 18th, you Bowman, who I mentioned at 27th, and Willie B in 34th. Willie B will obviously be crazy chalky with his starting position. Chase Elliott could lead today, could absolutely get to the front. Not the greatest in practice. He wasn't really that confident afterwards either in his interviews, but still, it's Chase Elliott plus 1,600 to win. He's worth being in the pool. Michael McDowell, Joey Logano, Brad Kay. Michael McDowell, I'm okay taking a chance on. Logano, I love. I know Logano treated us terribly a few weeks ago. What was it, Darlington? I forget, where he absolutely just was like the worst driver in the world, right? And we all swore him off. Am I saying that you should absolutely go out of your way to click him today? I'm not. But he is worth a play. He's fantastic at Bristol, maybe not so much in the next gen era, maybe more so in the Gen 6, Gen 5 era. But like I said, Team Penske, starting mid-pack in 20th, could gain you 15 spots easily. Like, would it surprise any of us to see Logano finish 5th at Bristol? No. So I'll take a shot there. Keselowski, I love him all the time at high tire wear racetracks. His practice speeds don't scare me at all. Yep, give me Keselowski. Dinger. I find myself wanting to play Dinger this weekend, and I really don't know why. Not the greatest history here, not the greatest recent history here. but mid-pack 6,600 AJ Allmendinger, I think he could be a surprise. So he'll probably be in my player pool. I don't know how much exposure I'm going to end up having to him, but I'll probably end up with some dinger. Stenhouse Jr. is a no for me. Austin Dillon's a no for me. Josh Berry, yes. Not the best. He has 2/12s in both spring races at Bristol. He finished 12th twice. His other finishes in the fall races have been pretty deep in the field. Cut his teeth on short tracks. This is a Team Penske prepared Wood Brothers Ford. 7,100. Yeah, I like the upside. I'll take some Josh Berry today. Connor Zilisch won the Xfinity, won the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Part Series race at Bristol yesterday. Biffed it in his qualifying run for sure. I will take a chance on Zilisch. I know I mentioned earlier that Trackhouse has been kind of this season. Well, they have been, but Zilisch is starting at 26th at 6,900, and we really don't know what we have yet in the Cup Series with him. And he, in my opinion, is a more talented driver than some of the drivers starting ahead of him. So he should be able to gain some spots through the day. He is going to be a yes for me. I understand if you do click off of him because it is his first Cup Series race at Bristol. Bowman, we already talked about. Eric Jones, he's a no for me because this isn't Darlington. Kyle Busch, I can't believe I'm going to say this. He is a no for me. There was at one point, he was the king of Bristol. The king. I mean, I watched him in person sweep Bristol once, maybe twice. I know he swept it twice. I think I watched it live once where he won all 3 races in a weekend. In the Gen 4, Gen 5 era, Joe Gibbs, Kyle Busch was a menace at Bristol. God, take me back to those days. Those days are gone. Those days are gone. They're gone for now. Can they come back? Maybe. Maybe if they introduce a new car that drives like the Gen 4, right? Whatever generation it was. I get confused with these generations. But yeah, it's not looking good for Kyle Busch and RCR. In my opinion, if he wins at all this year, it will be at a super speedway. I just don't see him getting it done today or really this season in the NASCAR Cup Series. It's that bad for Kyle Busch, in my opinion. Cole Custer. If you need someone cheap, I don't hate the click. He's F's across the board. He has finished well here, like long ago. Decent runs in the Xfinity series back in the day. So I don't hate the click, but it's not like the prettiest click in the world, obviously. John Hunter's probably a no for me. Ty Dillon's going to be a no for me. SVG, I'll take a shot on SVG. He has been progressing on ovals. Okay. And this is a high tire wear racetrack, which should work into his skill set. So am I suggesting you go crazy over the board with SVG? Absolutely not. But I do think he is worth consideration of a click in your player pool for sure. Willie B, we talked about, he will be crazy chalk because of of the talent that he has, et cetera. I will probably, I don't know what I'm going to do with Willie B yet. Will he make my player pool? Absolutely. The place differential upside is too real to ignore. I don't know how crazy I'm going to go with it though. Just don't love the mojo behind that team. Like, to me, I feel like Larson is leading the way for Hendrick Motorsports today. I'll be surprised if any of the other 3 win. But he's set up to smash today as far as fantasy points go. Todd Gilly, no for me. Cody Ware, no for me. And Chad Fincham is a hell no for me. So I really wasn't going to do the whole starting lineup, but I did it anyway. And we got done in under 20 minutes. And baby game is still sleeping. So that's a win-win-win. So as always, thank you for tuning in. Good luck in all of your contests today. Like I said, it's a big baseball day. Final day of the NBA is going on today. And of course, round 4 of the Masters, which I assume the majority of us will be tuning in for. So good luck in all of your contests today. Smash this NASCAR slate. If any drivers end up going to the rear, I will make note on Discord. If you have any questions about any drivers, please tag me on Discord. And as always, let's ship it.